What's up, good people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Isaac Insights. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Yes, good people, we are here in Georgia. We are still working on this project. This has been one of the beautiful projects that we are working on. We are working on more than just one project, by the way. Here we have a main house, as you can see on the other end. We have been doing this house. We have done up to roofing. Currently we are doing plastering. I think the next video I'll be giving you a video of what is going on inside there. We have resumed that plastering. On this side we have this DSQ. This DSQ is supposed to have ended, that is in terms of plastering, but tumekuwa na mambo ya kuchonga hiyo ukuta just to ensure that when we do our plaster nyumba yetu inakuwa straight vizuri. So we are also still working on that. You will be seeing that in our later videos. Once it's done, people will be seeing it. But I did a video yesterday here and people came up with a lot of questions which I felt like I needed to address, so that I just tell people what is happening here. And one of the main questions that people always ask questions. In fact, even others say that I give and I underquote, I mean in terms of prices. For me, I always give for example, if I'm giving a quotation of a house, I will tell you the number of stones that have been used, so that you also take a responsibility of doing research and knowing that yes, at this specific locality Isaac got stones at this price, but in my locality I will get stones for this price. For example, when we were in Machakos, we were looking at the prices of stones there. It was coming for 44 shillings per stone. In Western Kenya, I always say that the cost of a stone is going for approximately or between 70 to 75 to 80 shillings, depending on the size of the stone that you will buy. Now, when I say that, you also as a person, if you are really interested in doing construction, you have a responsibility to do research. Yes, I need this, I need this, I need this. For example, if I give you a price of building a house in Georgia, it will not be the same price of building similar house in Western Kenya. The reason being, in Georgia, buying these stones, wananunua tu hapa, and the stone is coming here with approximately, I think, 40 shillings per stone. That is the size of 6, size of 9, and hapa mawe si expensive kama kule Western. The reason being, in a quarry they are buying for, I think, 25 shillings. Transportation, it is less. But when you buy stones here in Thika, or they call it Ndarugu, and you want to transport those stones to Western Kenya, the cost will be different, because the transportation cost from here to Western Kenya will make the cost of those stones to be high. So sometimes when I do these videos, one thing that I like people to at least put in mind and try to reason with me is, if the cost, for example, this small house here, someone asked for its cost, I want to give you the breakdown of this house. For me, I will not just give you the breakdown of the house in terms of money. The money or the cost I will be giving you, it's approximation, and I tell you the materials that were used. So if you are in a certain locality, then you can do research and see, yes, Isaac said that he used 1,200 stones to build this house. How much will the same house cost me in my locality? In a way that the cost of stones, for example, someone who is in Machakos, and you are getting your stones for 44 shillings per piece, then you are different from the person who is in Western Kenya and will get the same stone with 75 or 70 shillings. We need to appreciate the fact that the cost of houses will always differ depending on the pricing or material cost, because material is one thing that determines the cost of any house. For me, my responsibility is, or making this video just enlightening you as my viewer, that if you want similar house, for example, I had one of my client, one of my subscriber, very nice subscriber, she asked me, Isaac, what is the cost of that small house? That small house or our skill here can serve well to be a lion for my son. How much does it cost? My dear subscriber, I'm giving you the breakdown or the materials that were used to build this house. And for my case, I will only cut cost on one thing, that on this house, we did a slab on one side, and on one side it's an hidden roof. I had someone saying that, who convinced you to do a hidden roof? It is not that I hate hidden roof. People need to get this well. It is just that because anyone who was here knows that I was the one directing that for hidden roof, we need to build it this way. I told my roofing fundis, it was their first time doing the roof. I told them that if we are doing hidden roof, then we need this height, this way, this way. So I was giving those directions just to ensure that we achieve this. So it's not that I hate hidden roof. We can do hidden roof. It is only that I always advise that if you are in places like Western Kenya na umejenga nyumba kama hii, chances za unaona hii wall iko exposed, so mvua ikinyesha na kule mvua inanyesha, people who are in Western Kenya can attest that currently mvua inanyesha mpaka unashindwa guide what is not happening. That aside, let me give you a breakdown of this house. Suppose we are doing a hidden roof. To plastering stage, the cost of this house will be 800,000. And this is how that 800,000 will come. That one I have included miscellaneous. Sawa. So I want to give you a breakdown, but before I do, I also need to give you a tour, so that as we also plan with that 800,000 to build to plastering stage. Please note, to plastering stage. Sisemi ati to lintel, hapana, to plastering stage. Sawa. Let's come in so that I give you a tour. It's just a 1-bedroom house. This is our house outside. We started plastering, though it's not yet done. We hit the windows, tutakuwa tunazifanyia moldings, but that's at a later stage. We have big windows on this house. Let's go inside and then I give you a tour. After that, we introduce that this small veranda here, as you can see. It's a small veranda kadogo tu kamutu kukuja kuweka hapa viatu kiingia. Kiwa unaingia hapa ndani, unaweka hapa viatu. It's a nice house. It can be enlarged. Now, if you will need a double of this, and that is like, double of this house is likely to be 3-bedroom. Sawa. I will explain that so that someone get when I say double of this. Double of this means similar structure inajengwa na hii side, and I will explain how it will become a 3-bedroom house. And if it's double of that, then it's 800 times 2, which will be 1.6. Now we must also add miscellaneous na ikuwe 1.8. Sawa for a 3-bedroom. That aside, let's get the two of our small house. You look at this. This is our sitting room. This sitting room is measuring 17 on this side. It's measuring 17 on this side, and on this side it's measuring 15. So it's measuring 15 by 17. However, we have this little space that was now used to introduce a veranda. Sawa. Someone will ask me, why have you built this? Our client bought an imported door. An imported door haina vent, so we had to build this. Tujenge hivi kwanza, we give it time, inafanyiwa curing pia, kisha kauka nifanye plastering, then tutaweka mlango. That is the procedure. That is what we are doing. When you do this, we always ensure that the first step in the morning tunafanya ile kitu inaitwa wanaita in my language curing. Sawa. So this is the house. This is the sitting room of our house. Look at it. Very amazing indeed. Ukiangalia inakuwa nyumba safi sana. And then on this side of the house, we have a kitchen. This is our kitchen, also very amazing. We really don't have, we are still in communication with the client to see how this kitchen will look like at the end of the day. I may add a sink or not, but that will be discussed with my client so that we get it. But we have a window there, very nice one. You look on this side, we have also a nice window. Dirisha tamu sana, very nice, very big for lighting purposes. That's why I always advise tukuwe na dirisha kubwa, because if you don't do this, air circulation in the house inakuwa chini, and the moment there is no good air circulation in the house, nyumba yako hata inapata unyevu fulani wenye mwenyewe uweze eleza. Sawa sawa. So that is it on this side of the house. We have our kitchen here, as you have seen, plastering done. Plastering hapa sisi tunafanya kuhakikisha nyumba yako inanyooka vizuri, mambo inakuwa in mother tongue we call it Hulay. Sawa sawa. That is my mother tongue, not your mother tongue. Sawa sawa. On this side of the house, we have a corridor here. This corridor ushers us in this room, which is now our toilet or washroom. The toilet is spacious enough, as you can see. Mambo hapa iko sawa, mambo iko hulay, as I always say. Mambo hapa imenyoka iko sawa. And then on this side we have a master bedroom. Look at it, also very spacious, very nice. Ukiangalia hii master yetu iko sawa sawa. We have these beams because they had done here. So people who have been watching this videos from Juja, they know that hii structure ilikuwa imetengenezwa hivyo. So far so good. Mambo hapa inaendelea vizuri. Tumeendelea kuhakikisha tu client wetu anapata nyumba mzuri. Sawa. And then now this is our house. Maybe I can also show you the back side of the house so that you get to understand it well. This is the outer part. We are now still working on this. Hii ilikuwa na nini, so lazima niangalie inanyooshwa haje ndio mambo yake ikuwe vizuri. Otherwise, as I shoot this video, my team is inside. They are already doing plastering. I'll be giving you a video on its own. But this is our house on this other side of the house. Sawa sawa. Maybe just to go in so that I give you the breakdown of this small house. It's a one-bedroom house. Let me give you the breakdown. The breakdown is here. The number of stones that were used on this house. The number of stones that were used on this house. Here, let me open it. Yes. Machine cut stones that were used to build this house is 1,200 stones. Then cement that was used, that is building from foundation to wall plate, total of 70 bags, costing 59,500. Now it depends with where you are. Inanunuliwa aje. Please note that. Sand 42 tons, 42,000. It depends also with where you are. Like in those people in Machakos, inakuwa cheaper kabisa kwa sababu kule 45,000 ilikuwa inanunua mchanga 3 bedroom. Sawa sawa. Machine cut stones, I have said. Ballast 14 tons are enough. DPM 1 roll, that's 200. Maram, that's 2 tons for 24,000 because we have to raise the house above the ground. Hoop iron 2 rolls for 4,800. And termites 1,500. Then round poles 1,200. Sawa sawa. Then D10 we used 15 pieces, 15,000. D8 we used 8 pieces, 5,200. Binding wire we used 10 kgs, 1,000. Ordinary nails we used 10 kgs, 2,000. Hardcore we used 1 lorry, 8,000. And then foundation stones. Foundation stones for this house we used 800 pieces because hii ilikuwa black cotton soil, so ile yenye inatumika ni hiyo total ya 800. Sawa sawa. So that is coming for foundation stones. For foundation stones, its cost is someone is sending a message, please don't worry. So for foundation stones, we a total of 800 stones kwa sababu nyumba ilikuwa kwa foundation, but normally it will take you 600. Then 800 black cotton soil, so ni ile kuchimba then ujenge upitishe ikue juu kidogo ikue raised. I think I'll show you that when I go outside. 800 going for almost 32,000. Hiyo inachukua 32,000. That is depending with your location. Please, if you are watching this video and you are a good subscriber, please also just do an effort of doing a research where you get to understand. Kujaribu kuunderstand kupata hii mawe sisi kwetu inauzwa aje, then jijazie mwenyewe, kwa sababu sisi hatutoki kwenu. Wewe hivi unatoka kwenu na inauzwa hivyo ni tofauti na watu wengine. So kuna wale foundation stones wananunua na 40 shillings, kuna wale wananunua na 50 shillings, na kuna wale kama wa Machakos hapo Kangundo wananunua na 25 shillings. Mawe inakuwa kwao nyumbani. You will understand that when you grow up. So 32,000. And then timber, which is necessary, 150 feet for 800, 80 feet, 2,000. Total cost is coming to that is let me add, is coming to 301,000. Sawa 301,000. The labor cost of doing this house, that is building from foundation to wall plate, it will take you approximately 70,000. 70,000 means that it can be either 60 or 80. But for me, for this site, we charged that because that is also take note, for this site we didn't charge that. We charged below that because number one, the foundation of one side had been done. Number two, another thing that you also need to note is that my people were already on site, so there were no extra expenses. So the charges for this cardiac skill was somehow low than that 70,000. But for you, I will tell you, prepare with the 70,000. It will be good for you, na itakuwa pia kukusaidia wewe sana. So our total is coming to 370,000. That is 370,000. Ukifanya hii nyumba tu unapata from foundation to wall plate, ifike huko juu itakuwa total of 370,000. Are we together, my good people? So 370,000. The roofing, doing hidden roof. For this hidden roof, haikuchukua mabati mingi, ilichukua nusu ya ile mabati ingetumika. So what I have done, since I'm talking to someone who will do a purely hidden roof, nimeweka bei ya mabati kufika huko. Remember, I'm the one who was calculating these things, na hakuna venye nitamiss out kwa hesabu yake, na mimi ndio nilicalculate na ikaingia hivyo. Sawa. So come with me, let's see. Roofing quotation of this, you just need 3 frames. For this one we were mixing 4-2 na 3-2, but juu hiyo nyumba ni ndogo, tutaitumia 3-2, 1200 feet, which currently will cost you around 30,000. And then iron sheets, for me, for my quotation, I have not put this. Hizi sisi tulitumia tu kwa sababu client alikuwa anafanya pale nyumba mzuri, ile yenye mnaona hapo nje. I'm trying to say that so that I clarify things. Sawa. For me, since it's a hidden roof, I have done quotation of dumzas zile mzuri. You know dumzas, sitaki kuisifu, but dumzas, zile mabati za dumzas huwa zinakuwa mzuri. Number one, ukiwa kwa nyumba inakuanga very cool, hainanga joto. People need to understand that. And since it's a hidden roof that you are doing, for me I will advise just buy dumzas, mabati yenye inaeleweka, inakuwa mabati mzuri, nyumba yako inakuwa imetulia. Mambo namna hiyo. Haka kanyumba time kataisha, najua watu wataona urembo wa hii nyumba. This house is very beautiful. We just have reasons zenye zimefanya bado iko hivi. Unapata kama hapa plaster injaisha. The reason being I was building that. Initially I had targeted to do kuweka double door, but we are going with single door, so we have to build on the sides tuipatie time, then we'll be doing plastering. So that is 3-2, we have said 30,000. Iron sheets, we are talking about 24 pieces, which will cost you 24 pieces 3 meters each, which will cost you 30,800, buying at a rate of 1,400. That is approximate of doomsers in the market. I understand you can get it at 1,350 or 1,400, but I've gone with 1,400 so that it is not like I'm underquoting anything. Sawa. The house is amazing as I talk to you. Unaona hata nikiingia bedroom light, nikiingia kitchen lighting iko ya kutosha, ikiwa pale sitting room lighting iko ya kutosha. And then what next? Roofing nails, we just need 5 kgs, which will cost you 1,800 shillings. Ordinary nails, we need a total, you need 4,400 for it, because 6 inch we need 2 kgs, 5 inch we need 5 kgs, 3 kgs, 3 inch 4 kgs, 2 inch 2.5 inches, 3 kgs, 2 inch 3 kgs, but it also depends with the type of wood that you are using. If it is a cypress, then inarudi chini kidogo, kwa sababu sasa misumari utakuwa unatumia inakuwa kidogo sana, but it's only 4,400, good people. And then we have a fisher board for this house. The reason being, maybe I should give you that if it was a hidden roof ya 3 bedroom, unajua sasa haka ka 1 bedroom hii mabati huku, let me show people here what we did. You see here, tuliwekelea mabati hivi na mwaga maji na mwagika huko nyuma, sawa. But if it's a hidden roof ya 3 bedroom serum, another house ingekuwa hapa hii side huku. Sasa ikiwa huku, hiyo maji inaletanga katikati, ingine inaleta katikati, so there will be no need for fisher board. This fisher board ni fupi, as you can see, it's only 15 feet. Na huku nyuma pia tujafanya plastering. I think here we'll be doing also another design. You will be seeing it once it's done. Nyumba yetu iko huko, ukiangalia mpaka huko. That's what we are currently doing here in Juja. Sawa. For someone who will be doing a hidden roof of a 3 bedroom, you need a plain sheet, which are vent included here, but it will be almost 3M. But hiyo sasa tuweke hapa. So tutatoa fisher board, tuweke plain sheet. Sawa. Then the total for our the total for our roofing is coming to 39,700. Not 39, that is 79. I think I did correction on that, please. Where is it? The total is coming to 69,700. Yes, 69,700. And then roofing cost, ile pesa yenye utatumia kufanya roofing itakuja 10,000, so that our total for roofing generally ikuje 79,700 Kenya shillings. That is so. Roofing ukiongeza na roofing hiyo nyumba, ukiongeza na kujenga from foundation to wall plate, roofing peke yake yaani sasa umejenga nyumba, umetoa chini, umeweka kwa mabati na ukafanya roof, you need 419,100. But for my case, I will add miscellaneous at the end. That miscellaneous will cover for transaction, transportation, and all those things that comes in construction. So stay tuned so that you get that. When it comes to plastering, very essential. After doing your house, you need to do plastering. Sasa ikitoka pale kuendelea, mimi sitakuwa, wewe ndio unaamua ile kitu unataka. Now when it comes to finishing, hatukuangi na vitu standard. Someone else can use rough and tough, mwingine atumia rangi ya dura, mwingine atumia ya crown. I only advise client mwenye anataka kufanya yake ndio tu advise, let's go with this. And then tunajua, so plastering, pointing and piping, which is very essential. Pointing and piping ni vitu kama hizi mawaya za stima ziekwe, hizi maji ziekwe, unaona hizi. your budget need to be 30,000 including labor, and then then sand, sand 2 tippers kuplaster hii nyumba 40,000, cement 60 bags 51,000, waterproof cement very essential kwa sababu ya plastering ya nje 10 kgs around 1500. Windows, these windows sasa ndio zinainua price kidogo, you need 80,000 if you are doing this big windows. Weke hiyo weke hii and then na mlango pia, and then these frames hii na hii included kwa hiyo 80,000 sawa sawa. And then vents very essential, zile vitu mnaona hapo juu. For my client I wanted zile zenye mimi napenda sana, but we got these ones. Tunakuanga tudogo, hata sijui watu wana manufacture kama wanaonanga kitu wanafanya, but it's okay, we take it as it comes sawa sawa. So then what next? Total for our plastering is coming to 300. Labor cost 70,000 kufanya hiyo plastering ya that our 1 bedroom house. So our total is coming to 273,300 Kenya shillings sawa sawa. If you add that to our 419,100 Kenya shillings, we will be at 692,400 Kenya shillings. 692,400 Kenya shillings. And then I will advise that you must always consider miscellaneous. Kuna vitu mingi zinakuanga kwa construction. Kama wewe site yako haina maji, jua tu utataka hizo expenses. So our total cost is coming to 692,400 up to plastering, but we are adding a total of 108,000 miscellaneous ya kukava hizo vitu zenye hata zile unafikiria maybe nimesahau zikuwe covered hapo ndani. Tukue na 800,000 for a 1 bedroom hidden roof house sawa sawa. It may be expensive, I agree with you totally, but you need, I have said this from the beginning. What is the cost of material at your place? Wewe unanunua material pesa ngapi? Once you answer that question, and Isaac has given you this question, kindly sit down, write down what I have written. For example, number of stones I've said 1,200, and the total cost, my total cost was for 70 shillings each. If you are in a place like Juja where they are getting it at 40 shillings, it is an added advantage to you kwa sababu price yako itarudi chini. If sand in your place, for example, those in Machakos 2 tippers, they are likely even to get it at 30 shillings. It is an added advantage to you. So unaongeza hizo, unaweka hizo vitu zote, zinafanya nini? Mambo yako inakuwa imerudi chini. So don't just say that it's expensive. Answer yourself these questions. In my area, mimi nitakuwa nanunua na pesa ngapi? Once you answer that question, you will be good na mambo yako itakuwa sawa. Mwisho wa siku utapata umeachieve ndoto yako ya kujengea. Hii ni nyumba mzuri, unaweza jengea kijana wako pale. I understand people are striving outside there. Mtu anataka kujenga 6 bedroom house. Mtu anataka kujenga 6 bedroom house. We advise that in the current world where watoto wanafika mahali, unajua sisi Gen Z hatuna machezo. Gen Z wetu hawana machezo hata kidogo. In a way, kidogo mtoto akimaliza university, wewe ukifikiria atakuja kuishi na wewe kwa nyumba yako, kidogo mtoto unasikia ameshaenda ng'ambo. Sasa yeye ndiye hata anafikiria venye atakujengea, na wewe ulikuwa unang'ang'ana kujenga 6 bedroom ikikukula pesa. We are advising just build a 3 bedroom house, and then if you have children, you can think about building something nice like this in your compound. It will not only serve your children, but it will serve even your visitors. And in some cases where your children wanakuwa wakubwa na wanaenda abroad, you can monetize this na useme kama unaishi ulinunua ka shamba pale wanaitwa aje Kamulu, ama uko pale Kakamega town, ama uko pale all those areas around towns, unasema I want to monetize this house of my son. Niko na 1 bedroom nina rent, niko na 2 bedroom nina rent. Unachukua mtu anaanza kukaa hapo, mtu wa rental akipata kanyumba kama haka na umeweka bei yako kama ya 12,000, kila mwezi unaanza kupata nyumba ikae idle than building 19 bedrooms. We mwenyewe unazeeka, unashindwa hata kumop, unamaliza mwezi ujae kutembea bedroom ine. Just build a simple 3-bedroom house and building such a beautiful small house. This house will be beautiful at the end of the day. It's only that we still have some works to do here to make it an amazing house. Good people, today I say thank you so much. Mungu awabariki, Mungu awabariki familia zenu, and in everything that you do, please remember to put God first, because it is through him that we achieve our goals. Mungu awabariki. Mungu awabariki familia zenu. Asanteni.